Hello and welcome to another Art Fabula video. This time is something very special, something that I have been thinking about, and is to show you the painting process of a toy and then narrate what you see on the video. So right now I'm using tools to protect me. I have had a lot of problems before, so it's better to use a lot of tools. And then this mask, for example, is a big mask, very comfortable, but I have still problems with the beer and with fumes that come inside the mask. So I need to buy maybe another one, more expensive one with air supply directly in the mask. This thing you see here is the studio, and I'm using this kind of air supply to get more airflow into the room, because it's a little room, and I need a lot of air supply. Then I'm moving things around, especially this table you see to the right. This one facilitates putting all the toys and preparing them to painting them. This is the tube for the fumes. I need to buy a new spray booth because all the fumes come back to the room, to me, and I think I'm going to suffer sooner or later. So I need to make this studio bigger and be more prepared. Better to be safe than to, well, die. Yes, then I'm connecting all the things in the electricity and now I'm going to start the spray booth and put the gloves on, nitrile gloves, because I'm working with thinner and is the only thing that works more or less. I think thinner kills everything. So, well, something that works. As you see, I'm using AirPods, I'm using headphones too, because it's a very big sound, this spray booth. And I'm testing the airbrush. This one is the Infinity one, my favorite. The process of preparing the toy, as you see, this is Bonnie, this is the blank version. This process is not so difficult. It's a clean vinyl from the beginning, and then I have already the colors thinned with a thinner in these bottles you see. So right now I'm going to take the painting mask for the body and for the eyes, the background of the eyes, and then I'm going to paint it with the blue, the basic color of Bunny, standard color of Bunny. The colors, the paints I'm using are Mr. Colors paints, and I'm very happy with these Mr. Color paints. I would like to buy bigger colors, bigger Mr. Colors paint, bigger bottles, because I'm using them a lot and then I need to buy a lot of them. But I think I would like to find bigger, yes. Something that I really loved with this painting mask is that you can paint toys very fast and very precisely. And when you are painting hundreds of toys, you need this painted mask. Those, as you have seen in a video before here in YouTube, those are painting masks made in Japan. They're very, very, very good. Now I'm painting the side of the body in the same color as the front of the body, and this part is very delicate because it's going to be a little bit problematic, because there is some kind of difference in paint when you take off the mask. If you compare the side of the toy, the color of the side and the color of the front, is going to be some kind of line between the front and the side. So I need to work. You can see, you will see soon that I will take out the toy from the mask, and then I will paint by hand this part. As you see, here I take out the toy from the mask, and then I'm covering right now this line by hand, because it's a very, very difficult to achieve with only the mask. And I really like this process because it needs a lot of attention and a lot of very specific things and details. Now I'm cleaning a little bit of the toy. I maybe found something or maybe did something wrong. And then I'm going to paint the pink part of the toy. The pink part of the toy are the arms and the feet. These are the pink part of the toys. Here I'm using another mask, painting mask, to paint the hand with the pink color and the airbrush. A little later you will see that I'm using another mask to paint the other side, and a third one to paint the tail. The colors are just a design choice, nothing special. The other thing that I thought before using these colors are the scheme, the color scheme, because I spent a little bit of time before painting, before choosing the colors, trying to get a very good palette that works very well with the aesthetics that I'm looking for. So this is the colors I'm using right now. As you see here, I need to be very careful removing this painting mask. Not sure why, but each time I try to remove it fast, the painting mask, I scratch a little bit the paint in the hand, and I don't want to do it. But sometimes it's impossible to do it without scratching it. And then if I do it, I need to paint again with the pink color over by hand, freehand, without the painting mask. One thing I would like to say about these kind of paints is that I usually use the Mr. Color paints. Those are my favorite. I think I have told you before. And I'm usually blend them with the thinner, the Mr. Color thinner too, the leveling thinner with those colors you see, because they get a very fine coat of paint. Look at this, what I'm doing. I have scratched the arm while trying to remove the painting mask, and in freehand I'm trying to cover these scratches, and it works perfectly. It's very, very good. It's not a big problem at all. The problem is if you have not a good steady hand, you will get all the pink in the body instead in the arm of the toy. But it works very well. I didn't have any problems with this one. So it's not just painting mask. Painting mask seems easy too, but it has a lot of free hand. And you are seeing only one toy. I'm painting I have been painting around 80 toys. So these things takes a lot of time. I need to check every one of them to make sure that everything works fine. And now I will paint the tail also in pink, and of course using the other painted mask. This is exactly the same as the hands. I need to be very careful because I can scratch the tail, the color of the tail, if I'm removing the painting mask too fast. But usually it works well. It doesn't take a lot of time to do it. See, it has a little bit of resistance while trying to paint and removing it. And then again, it seems that I have scratched the painting and I'm covering with a little bit of pink paint by hand also. As I've been saying before, these are the Mr. Colors and they work very, very well with these things I'm doing. I love Mr. Color, but I would like to have bigger bottles because, well, if you're using the paints just for hobby things, of course you won't need a lot of paint. But if you're using the colors as I'm using them as a professional paint production, then you will need a lot of colors, and those small bottles are very, very small for me. So I need to buy one or two and blend it in those other bottles you see in the background. There, you see, I have painted the eyes also with the painted mask, and now I'm looking around the toy and trying to find small defects in the paint I made before. And with that, it should be ready, the toy. Now I'm taking, this is a step before the other part you see, because here you didn't see you can see the ears painted, but if you go back a few seconds, you will see that the ears were already painted. So this is another toy. This is not the same toy than before, but I just wanted to show you how I paint the ears too. And this, as always, is exactly the same. I'm using a painting mask, and then I'm using this mint green paint for the ears and for other parts of the body too. I like very, very much this color, this mint color. I think it's one of my favorite, together with the purple. So here I'm painting the ears. Then I will paint other parts too. Another part I wanted to show you, I think is very important, is the part where I'm cleaning the tools, how I'm doing and what kind of products I'm using cleaning the tools. I usually, before, I used the thinner, the leveling thinner, or the 400 Mr. Color thinner that I have in this bottle, as you see here. But now I'm using a tool cleaning thinner from Mr. Color too. But this one, the first things I do is to remove the excess of painting from the cup of the airbrush, and then trying to get out all of the paint from the airbrush, all of the, as much as I can, and using paper to clean it a little bit. And this is before changing the colors too. As I'm using a little bit of very little pressure, it takes a lot of time to clean this the airbrush. But then when I'm done, I put a few drops of thinner and using a brush to clean both the cup inside, and then try to dilute all the paint inside, and then the point of the tip of the airbrush too, using the brush. And this make that I'm cleaning just the tip of the airbrush and the cup inside. You will see that I will use a little bit more, maybe if I need it, and using paper to clean the airbrush, to use another color or to just leave it to paint more another day. And here is the last part of the process. Here is where I'm putting together the toy. I'm using this magnificent, this incredible pistol, hot pistol, very cheap one, but a very good quality. And then I'm connect these two parts, the body that I've been painting before with the help of mask, and the toy. And this is the final Bonnie toy. I hope you like it.